Hello my dear children, I am Shamin ma'am here with the second part of the chapter 4 domains of the earth. Hydrosphere, water on earth. The part of the earth that is made up of water forms is called the hydrosphere. This includes all the water in glaciers, oceans, seas, rivers and lakes, and also the water vapor and underground water. So children, I think you must have understood this portion. The part of the earth that is made up of water, okay, that is called hydrosphere. And what are the water bodies over here? Yes, they are the glaciers, the oceans, the seas, the rivers, the lakes and the water vapor as well as the underground water. Nearly 3/4 of the earth is covered with water. This water is either fresh or salty. We get fresh water from rivers, lakes, ponds and streams. We find salt water in seas and oceans. So children, the 3/4 of our earth is made up of water. Yes, it is covered by water. And this water is either fresh or salty water. Okay, now fresh water we get from rivers, lakes, ponds and streams. And salty water we get from oceans and rivers. The presence of water on the earth enables life to exist on it. We need and use water for drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning, farming and many other things. We cannot live without water. We must save water. So children, the presence of water is very important on the earth. If we have water, we have life. Because we need and use water for different things. Yes, we use it for drinking, we use it for cooking, we use it for cleaning, for bathing, farming and many other things. So children, do you think can we live without water? No, we cannot live without water. Therefore, we must save water. We must not waste water. Okay, children? Children, here is a picture of the water cycle. As you can see, there is an ocean, streams, rivers, some vapor, snow, rain, clouds, as well as the sun. Just the way the earth moves non-stop, the water also moves continuously but in different forms. The water bodies on the surface of the earth such as lakes, rivers and ponds contain water in its liquid form. So children, just as the earth moves non-stop, we all know that, even water moves continuously but in different forms. Okay? The water bodies on the earth are lakes, rivers and ponds, and the water it contains is in its liquid form. Right? The heat of the sun causes the water in these sources to heat up, change into vapor and rise up. This is called evaporation. So children, with the heat of the sun, the water that is in its liquid form heats up and changes into vapor. And when it changes into vapor, it rises up. And this process is called evaporation. The water now condenses to form tiny droplets of water in the sky. This is called condensation. Now children, what happens when the water rises up in the form of vapor and goes up? It forms tiny droplets in the sky. Okay, and this process is called condensation. Now, these tiny droplets of water together form clouds. When the clouds become too heavy, they fall on the earth as rain. This is called precipitation. Now children, when these tiny droplets go up in the sky, they form clouds. Okay, and when the clouds become very heavy with these water droplets, they come down on the earth in the form of rain. This is called precipitation. Clear children? Rainwater fills up the water bodies and evaporates again. This is how the water on the earth keeps moving in a cycle called the water cycle. So children, once it rains, what does it do? It fills up the water bodies again. Yes, it fills up the rivers, the lakes, the seas, the ponds, everything. Then what happens? Again the process of evaporation starts. Means the sun heats up the water again, and then what happens? The water changes into water vapor and rises up. Once it goes up in the sky, it forms tiny droplets of water. Those tiny droplets of water, they form clouds, right? That is called condensation. And then what happens? It comes down in the form of rain. When the clouds are very heavy with the tiny droplets of water, it comes down in the form of rain. And that rain is called precipitation. So children, this cycle keeps moving. This thing keeps moving on and on and on. So this moving cycle is called the water cycle. Okay? Once again, I repeat the meaning of water cycle. Water cycle, the continuous movement of water on, above and below the surface of the earth. Okay, my dear children? So children, with this, I come to the end of the second part of the chapter, the four domains of the earth, covering hydrosphere and water cycle. I hope you all have understood this portion, children. I am giving you a very small worksheet to do. Rest we will discuss in our class. Okay, children, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Bye-bye.